This is just some pictures that I stuck in there of other landings, and this is one of the landings at Iwo Jima here. They also use these LSTs for other purposes rather than just taking men and material to the beach. They could haul anything. They have hauled mules. They've hauled prisoners of war. They were very versatile. Tank deck. When you first came in the bow door, that was actually the tank deck, but they had another ramp that went up from the tank deck to the main deck. We would always load the main deck first and then the tank deck. But in some of these ships, they put a doctor on board and some nurses. Well, they were male nurses or corpsmen, and they would stay beached and bring back the wounded. And when they would get several wounded aboard, then they would go out to where there was a hospital ship or a facility on some other island there. But didn't make it, and they have prepared these boys for burial at sea. And they have a little ceremony. The chaplain reads some scripture, and they commit them to the sea. Here they've got a load of German prisoners that they're taking across the channel to England, and then they brought some of them to America and different places. I think took some of them to Australia. This is a picture of it's not a very good picture, but this is a battleship out here. And this is some aircraft carriers. They were camouflaged. In fact, most of our ships were camouflaged. This is a picture of it's not a very good, this is a picture of the Japanese boys when they got the message that Japan had surrendered. This is a picture of our boys when they got the news. This is a picture of the signing. This is Admiral Nimitz, and this is General MacArthur. This is Admiral Bill. They called him Bull Halsey, William Bull Halsey. This officer, as far as I know, is the only officer still living. His name is William Archer. Bill Archer. He gave me most of these pictures. He was the ship's photographer, and he asked me permission to drive the small boat. He didn't have to, but he sent me a Christmas card one time, and he thanked me for letting him, they called it con, when they were on duty and in charge of the operation of the ship. They called it conning the ship. He said, "Thank you, Bill, for letting me con the small boat." I said, "What do you mean, thank you? You was the officer. I was just a seaman. I was just a coxswain." He said, "Yes, but it was your duty to take care of the small boat." We weren't allowed to have cameras. Everything was censored. that we wrote home. Our mail was censored, coming and going, and so we couldn't have a camera. We couldn't keep a diary. There was one young man that did keep a diary, and I have a copy of it, but I didn't know it till after the war. Someone, as I said, got me the history of my ship, and I began to try to find one of the crew members, and I probably contacted through the years maybe 18 or 20 or better. Some of them I visited with them personally in their hometown or their home. This officer, I went to his home a couple of times, and he was one that gave me a whole bunch of pictures, and I found myself in some of them.
It's about education.
Oh yes, try your best to get the best education that you can get, because in today's world you need all the education you can get. Yes, I very much believe in that.